Index file allocation. Create a table of pointer index at a time of file creation. When the file is creating, it will keep the create a table pointers, that means index at a time of file creating, that it will keep where the next file is. It keep the point where the file is. This table is modified as new blocks allocated for the file or remove the file. When the new file is allocated or remove the file, this table is modified. It's called directory. The index table is also saved in a block. Therefore, it is requires more space to store the table with the blocks. Example, Unix file system. So we use index file allocation for the Unix file system. Here now you can see the file's location. Number 13 is pointing to the block 13. Then number 7 is pointing to the 7th one. Number 28 is pointing to the 20th. Likewise, there is a separate index. That means table is also running. So the directory, there is a directory called name. It contains the name and the index. So index is 17. So 17 means this is called the 17th one. We'll see how it's working. Index file allocation stores the file in the block of memory. Each block of memory has an address, and address of every file block is maintained in a separate index file. These index block point the file allocation system to the memory block, which actually contains the file. The index file allocation stores the file in the file block of memory. Each block of memory has an address of the every file block maintained in a separate index block. The address of the every file block is maintained in a separate index block. Here the index block. There is a separate index block that is maintained separately, as well as index file allocation also available. This index block point the file allocation system to the memory block, which actually contain the file. Again, look at what is that. The index file allocation stores the file blocks in a memory. Each block of the memory address and address of the file block maintained by the index block. Index block point the file allocation system to the memory block, which actually contain the file. So it is keeping separate record about the file and where it is saved. So features, file end at null point. So file ending is not available. Earlier, we use a -1. Okay, index link allocation. Now here index allocation, ending file is not available. File ends at the null pointer. So not like the minus. Then no external fragmentation, no compaction. So here and there it will save, therefore no external fragmentation. Then no external fragmentation, index allocation method solve the problem of external fragmentation. Index allocation provides direct access. We can, direct disadvantages are, can lose the entire file index block at is not correct. When that means we can lose the entire file if the file index block is not correct. If the index file is not correctly given, then the entire file will box, because here and there files are saved. It is totally a ways to create index for small file. For the file index file එකක් හැදෙනවා. එතකොට අපරාධ නාස්තියක් කියලා කියනවා. In index allocation, pointer overhead is more. Point එක තැන් වලට ගිහිලා තමයි check කරන්න වෙන්නේ. ඒ නිසා අපි කියනවා එයාගේ pointer overhead එකක්, time wastage එකක් එතන දෙනවා. Compared to the contiguous file allocation, Index file allocation is need more space to maintain the index file. එතකොට එයාට වැඩි ස්පේස් එකක් ඕන වෙනවා මේන්ටේන් කරන්න. ඇයි? කොතනද ඉන්නේ කියලා වෙනම ටේබල් එකක් තියාගන්න නිසා. Compared to all three file allocation, link allocation is need more space because it has an index and the pointer maintained separate. Link allocation එකට වැඩි ස්පේස් එකක් එනවා කියලා අපි කියනවා. එයාට වෙනම ෆයිල් එකක් තියාගෙන මේන්ටේන් කරනවා පොයින්ටර්ස් ටික. මේ හින්දා මේක අඳින්න නම් වෙනවා. හරි. ලියන්න මාසුකා index file allocation. Again, look at what is index file allocation.